Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yolanda, and today I am back with another video. Welcome to Unfiltered Me. I'm so excited that you guys are here. In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys about just, the journey to self-love, especially my black hair, just like my skin color, just embracing me and what I bring to the table. Okay. So before we start, make sure you give the video a huge thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below. And before we just get on with this video. Growing up, I've always lived in predominantly white spaces. Like, always. I lived in a neighborhood full of white, privileged people. I went to a church that's predominantly white. I go to a school that's predominantly white. I work at a place where it's predominantly white people. And yeah, that's the story of my life. It's not bad, but it's just like, sometimes it's like nice to see my people. Like, sometimes I be hearing my people, but I don't see my people, and that's a problem. Cause when it comes to like that word, right? You know what word? Yeah. I don't see my people sometimes, and I be hearing that, I'm just like, oh. But that's a whole other conversation for another. But I remember like always just like wishing for like, the straight blonde hair, brunette, black hair, you know what I'm saying? And like the blue-green eyes and just like lighter skin in general. Like I have always stood out in that way. Like just being the one or the few of many black people and just in general colored people in my areas and the spaces that I've, been in. And sometimes it gets like a little bit like isolating because it's just like dang, like trying to fit into a group of people, but then like essentially there be some differences. Like let's say like, I go for a group of people. I remember even my prom group that I went with, let's say if I got ready with them, right, most of them were white. Literally the only black person was literally like it was a guy, so like why would I be getting ready with him, right? And because he wanted with another girl. And the other only girl that I can remember is like Hispanic, Latino. I forgot which one she's really from. But yes, and so even if I got ready with them, let's say that for example, like you literally wear a different shade of makeup as me, or we get our hair done differently and stuff like that. And it's like, I can look beyond it, but the idea is sometimes just like being a little bit excluded in those ways. It's not like, it's like by like intent, like, oh yeah, we're gonna exclude you, can't do this and that just because your hair is different or you look different, this and that. It's just like you have to like accommodate, or just like you have to sometimes to go out of your way just to like, I feel like I've had to do that, to go out of my way just to be able to be comfortable with these people. And sometimes it just feels like too much, because like let's say even with my hair though too, it's just like dang, like I wish I could just wake up and wear a messy bun and that would be socially acceptable. But if I as a black woman in America was to wear my hair in a messy bun, it'll actually be messy. And I've had girls literally at school, this is the most I've ever had ever. It was like about 5 girls this year out of both semesters come up to me and be like, and the thing is like, I love them and I get where you're coming from, and so like I'm not mad, but in the moment it kind of stirred me up. But like, what happened to girls supporting girls, right? Because like it was these 2 people, right? But they came to me multiple times about this, regardless of my explanation, because I'm a long distance runner. I run for fun every single day. If I'm not running, I go on walks. My hair gets frizzy and it gets bad real quick, right? So when I say the explanation, it's just like, usually it starts off like, oh yeah, like, girl, you need to redo your hair, this and that, like you gotta like do something about that. I'm just like, I'm a runner, right? and they're just like, oh yeah, I forgot. Not saying that's an excuse, but realistically, I sweat through every hairstyle, and the minimum during the school year, especially during the school year, during the summer it's a different story. I'll wait like maybe like 3 to 4 weeks to redo it, but during the school year I always do like after 2 weeks, whatever, because like I feel like that's the perfect amount of time, especially just to, like deep condition everything back again, restart over, and I'll redo it the same way. Or we'll even have people who come up and are just like, oh yeah, like when are you gonna switch your hairstyle? Actually, this way is much more convenient for me, and the fact that I found this one out, I might start switching between the two, but it's also such a lengthy process. Like, I already devote so much time to school, sports, work, and all this stuff, and be able to do my hair, like I have designated days I have my time. But the fact that, like, I don't know, sometimes just like things like that, and it makes it a lot more hard, and you might just be like, oh, just wear your natural hair out, but then also like, so I can't be like in a fro all the time because it's not really as protective, or it's also really time consuming like that. But so then I have to find other alternative hairstyles like that. So that's just a whole thing itself. But even just like with my skin color, just like sometimes just standing out in that way. Like I remember one time, like my whole friend group used to literally be white people, right? And it's not bad once again, but then like also, have you heard the thing where it's just like, you know, one of them bound to be talking about you, and that's also really sad though, just because of your skin color. I remember yesterday, literally, like, I don't know, I was just thinking more about this, and it's just sad that, I mean, like, at the end of the day, color is real. Like, everybody, like, has their shades, everything like that. But it's sad that, like, some people don't see others for, like, the person that they are. Like, even, like, with dating, like, some people, like, literally downright, like, degrade black women. I've heard stories, like, even on TikTok, like, yeah, guys, literally, my people, black guys, telling black girls who are darker skinned, or maybe even lighter than the actual guy, to bleach their skin? What are we? Because last time I checked, aren't you darker than me? Telling me to bleach my skin, or to change my hair, or to accommodate in any other way to fit into these standards. Like, there's some guys who are just like, oh yeah, like, I like your hair, you look better when like your hair is straightened. What? You should be glad that I'm even talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, appreciate women. You know, they're the way that you got born into this world. Like, you came out of a woman. Like, if you respect your mom, would you say that to your mama too, or your grandma? And it's just like, the whole thing is just like, well, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's just like, a lot of times it's like I want to wear my hair a certain way. I want to be able to go into spaces being a black woman, but also sometimes I'm just not appreciated, or sometimes it's just like feel unwanted, and it's hard. It's really, really hard to. And so I remember just even as a young girl, I was just like, you know, all I'd ever was to dream, literally be like, I want to be a white girl, I want a white mom, or this and that, just so that I can have those things. But at the end of the day, I feel like growing up and where I'm at now, it's just like I'm so comfortable where I'm at. And a lot of times, like, I feel like I've tried to conform to standards, but now I feel like I'm at a better place where it's just like I love who I am, I love. And if you don't enjoy my presence, my energy, because you know, like the whole black girl stereotype, if you don't, screw those. At the end of the day, like, that's a stereotype for a general group. Know me as a person. If you don't like my energy, okay, on to the next. That's for me. And you just truly missed out on getting to know people and really limiting yourself if you're gonna limit somebody by their hair or by their skin color or by their, like, who they are. If they're a good person, if you're just like, oh, I simply don't want to be with them just because, like, they're black or whatever. It's just like, I mean, people can have preferences, but it's one thing between preferences and actually, like, you know, being actually blatantly mean to the whole race and just be like, oh, you gotta beat your skin, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And so learning to embrace myself was like a huge journey, and I just feel like now I'm starting to, which is why like I feel like if you see my videos from like back then, my confidence levels from then to now, not just because I've grown up, but literally just because like I've just learned to just like not care as much as what people think about me anymore. Like yes, like I still care, but to an extent, you know what I mean? My battery's literally gonna die. I hope, pray. I'm gonna have to extend it off my phone if it doesn't, like, you know. But overall, yes, that's just like my thoughts about this. At the end of the day, embrace yourself, love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then, you know, it'll be hard for others to love you too, because it's just like, you know, you have to be your first love, you know what I'm saying? And really do the inner work. It's really important, and I hope everybody knows that you're beautiful, you are worth it, you are lovable. And I may not be feeling that all right now, but I know at the end of the day it is to be true, is that we're all beautiful in our own ways, and that's on point blank period. And I think that another good point also is that I feel like I have made the most friends, made the best connections with the people that I was my best self with. So never give any less than the gift, the person that you are. And yeah. And so, yes, the moral of the story is to love yourself, love your color, love your hair, love your curls, love your energy, love just the person that you are. And yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say today. Hope you guys really enjoy. Peace. It's RDX.